Welcome everyone, Slothcakes here to explore the many amphibious mobile suits throughout Gundam, looking at their lore, history, weapons, and other shenanigans. Today on Amphibious Analysis, we're going to head to the future colony, Gundam Wing, to examine the OZ-09MMS Pisces, a okay looking guy with long lanky arms, a thumb looking head, and stubby fat legs. But enough with the body shaming, let's look at the name. For the letters and numbers, it's a mobile suit belonging to the Organization of the Zodiac, or OZ, O-Z. The 09 is the model number, 08MMS is the Cancer, and the 06MS is the Leo. MMS is Marine Mobile Suit. It's a mobile suit made for marine purpose, and also the name, Oz has a thing for the zodiac signs. Pisces is the 12th and final sign of the zodiac. It's also Latin for fish, fitting the name for a seaworthy mobile suit. It's less on the nose of a name than the Cancer being a crab and looking like a crab. For those who are into astrology, if your birthday is between February 19th to March 20th, then the Pisces is your guy. As a warning, my astrology knowledge is only limited to Gundam Wing. But for those who care, I'm a Libra, the giant space battleship that has an extremely important role in Gundam Wing, and also gets sliced in half by Zack. Neat. Moving on to history, the Pisces was developed for a simple reason. Oz saw the success of mobile suits like the Leo dominating land combat. However, realized why not do that in the water since, Earth's mostly that. So the Cancer and Pisces were born, both being mobile suits that can dominate water combat while having other utilities such as anti-land or anti-air capabilities. While you might second guess this guy and the rest of Oz mobile suits anytime the Wing cast appears because they just get slaughtered, they both outshine the competition, being naval ships, carriers, or submarines, being much faster, more maneuverable, and having firepower to deal with them. Now, the Pisces, like the Cancer, are transformable mobile suits. In this case, they can go into cruise mode, or submarine mode, which isn't anything spectacular, it just straightens out, same with the shoulders and planks. This makes it more hydrodynamic and allows for high speeds, either be to travel or for combat. So here's an odd thing. The Cancer, which is nautical, it can't go on land, so little whoopsies by me, but Amphibious Analysis just comes off the tongue nicer, what can I say? I'm not sure if this applies to the Pisces. The naming Marine Mobile Suit doesn't help. UC also has that and theirs can go on land. In the anime, from my research, I don't recall this guy going on land the few times he appears. The look makes you think he can with the little stubby legs, so I'm stuck between he can't versus he doesn't due to it just being underwhelming to do so. We'll come back to this topic later. I'm still keeping the name Amphibious Analysis. It sounds cool and I'm too lazy to think of something new. Anywho, for the quick numbers, all we have is it's 16 meters tall and an empty weight of 7.4 tons, which is a normal size. The Leo is 16.2 meters and 7 tons empty. It's a bit smaller and lighter than the Cancer at 16.9 meters and 8.2 tons, which is odd. I always thought the Cancer was smaller, but it is wider and it has those big meaty claws, so maybe that's why. But now let's head to its equipment and weapons. First up, we have searchlights allowing to illuminate the dark depths of the sea to, sea. Next on each arm, we have small manipulators in the center that can extend a nice distance, allowing for various tasks, like the retrieval of the sunken wing Gundam, or doing anything delicate. Now on to weapons. First is the depth charges. These are explosives that the Pisces can set. While undetected, multiple Pisces attach them to a ship for a damaging sneak attack. It can also be used to destroy anything else like underwater bases, dams, dock ports. Its uses are only limited to how creative and ballsy you are, so you be you, don't let anyone stop you. Especially if, you want to attach multiple together, creating a bootleg version of the Campher's chain mine, go right ahead. As for integrated weapons, we do have melee options. The propeller blades on the arm, when mobile suit mode, jut forward and become claws. I dub these the not iron nails. They are sharp, simple blades made for stabbing and slashing, that jazz. It was shown to pierce the hull of a large submarine, drawing water in, so they do get the job done. And due to them being the propeller, if damaged in mobile suit mode, it would hinder submarine mode and vice versa. It's not like it's gonna stop it or anything, but do keep that in mind. But it's not like these claws are made for dueling or anything. It's either ships, submarine hulls, and maybe cancers and other Pisces. Next for range, we have the torpedo launchers on the shoulder. Total of 12, 6 on each shoulder. These are simple, bulky launchers, having some power behind them, being able to take out a submarine with a single shot. These obviously can be used in water, but also work as anti-land and air if needed. While in sub mode, the launchers are pointing forward, allowing for direct head-on attacks. And when in mobile suit mode, they are just pointing straight ahead, so the Pisces doesn't need to go in a weird position to fire them. While these torpedoes pack a punch and are pretty deadly by themselves, they are, well, by themselves. They, like the Cancer, are the Pisces' only range option. But as far as underwater combat goes for Wing, be it submarines, ships, or these mobile suits, torpedoes are the only range and main source of combat. Well, unless you're a Gundam. So while its kit seems underwhelming, since it is, it does get the job done. The Pisces' main combatants are mainly subs, ships, and fighting Cancer. Its kit is perfect for that. While simple, it has the tools to deal with whatever it runs into underwater. Unless a Gundam, of course. So, in conjunction with other Oz mobile suits, like the Leo for land and being the main bulk of Oz, or the Ares for sky, the Pisces can support from the sea volleying shots behind enemy lines, less guarded areas, or important key targets. Like the Cancer, it's a nice support unit. It has strength in numbers, and unless future marine mobile suits are made, water combat takes a change, or a Gundam appears that can work surprisingly well in water and face tank torpedoes like no one's business, the Pisces will dominate its territory, since, well, 12 torpedoes are 12 torpedoes. Unless you're a Gundam, of course. Overall, the Pisces in Cancer is a big change compared to Universal Century's amphibians, where many are more geared towards land combat, housing powerful weapons like mega particle cannons. And while they can fight in water, many will use it just for transportation. Onto on-screen action, the Pisces' greatest feat in the anime is mostly getting ripped apart by the Death Scythe. But jokes aside, is with Sally Poe being a capable pilot within one, shown to outmaneuver and take out enemy Cancers. This gives us a glimpse of what the Pisces is truly capable of when it comes to mobile suit dueling. There's also when she was captured by Oz, and there she was assisted by Lucrezia, then broke free, borrowed some Pisces, wreaked havoc, destroying multiple Cancers, recovering the stolen Wing Gundam, and getting away. While the Pisces in Cancer appeared rather early in Gundam Wing, second episode, and popped in and out here and there, obviously when Gundam Wing stopped taking place near water and more in space, the Pisces stopped appearing, and this would mark the end for marine mobile suits in Gundam Wing. But if you want to stretch the definition, the Death Scythe did work underwater. How well? Not as good as if it was on land, but it did get the job done. So maybe this applies to the other Gundams. Some work better than others. I feel like the Heavy Arms is in the bottom of that list. And while again, not as good if it was on land, we do have the Tall Geese, which ripped a Cancer in half underwater, which maybe explains the name. Let's get more off topic and bring up the Burning Lapis and the Aesculapius, who can transform and look like amphibians from Universal Century, being the High Gog and the Zagok. And while based on amphibians, they're not, it's just for appearance, but I do love the vibe, they look great. And like the Death Scythe, they may have a few problems, but they should be able to go in water, which is funny in a way that I can't really pinpoint or put in words. Back to the Pisces, let's bring up the topic but entertain both sides. If the Pisces can go on land, it wouldn't need to. Oz can deploy Leos and their other mobile suits when need be. They don't have the need for an amphibian. While nice to have, maybe due to cost, it's not worth it. And even if they can, it would be underwhelming. Torpedoes for your only range and melee that can't clash with beam sabers, plus it's probably just overall slow on land. Unless it's surfacing for a short time or something specific, it's not a good idea, it's just better off getting Leos to handle it. But now let's do some what ifs. For whatever reason, I can see the Pisces being revamped. It be a variant or a new model for land use. I can see for whatever reason, maybe Oz sees the advantage of a sneak attack from sea to land, they can remove the manipulators in the center of the forearm and add either more explosives, torpedoes, missiles, machine guns, or better melee weapons for land combat. And if, for again, insert reason here, maybe water combat becomes necessary, they could make a bunch more water combat focused Pisces, more torpedoes, maybe a rack on his back for anti-air and land, maybe a less armored, lighter, high mobility version. I can also see Oz making an aquatic Leo either be the path of the Zaku to Zaku Marina making a variant, or having an optional loadout like the Gym Dominance and GPO-1. The latter wouldn't be that far of a stretch since the Leo has optional equipment to fly and to go into space. As a final note, there's no official Pisces model kit. Any picture I've shown was either a garage or third party. So, anywho, that's that for that. Not the most interesting, nor information heavy, and not really the cutest, but we do love the Pisces. He's a nice take on amphibians, and most AUs don't have any in general, but that's for another time. Thank you all for watching, Slothcake's here, you can leave, sweet dreams, blah blah blah, etc etc, hope to see you next time.